Morning, Kyle. We'll have a nice breakfast, and then we will head out to see some sights.
To the Buddha Tooth Temple.
After a long day of driving, we have arrived in Kandy, the ancient royal capital of Sri Lanka. Unfortunately, as we had traveled very light, we had not packed long pants, and Kyle and I both had to purchase a sarong before we were able to enter the most holy of holies of Sri Lankan Buddhism, the Temple of the Tooth Relic. The Temple of the Tooth houses one of the most important holy relics in all of Buddhism, the left canine tooth of Siddhartha Gautama, the historic Buddha himself. The tooth relic is housed inside 7 golden caskets placed within the temple's inner sanctum. Worship rituals are held 3 times daily and last an hour and a half. We arrived at 9:30 a.m. for the midday ritual. The service began with leading of ritual drums, followed by a procession in which fragrant jasmine flowers were given in offering. The midday service is puja, an ancient Hindu ritual of offering. Sacred music continued to play as the ritual commenced. The puja meal, a large pot of white rice in an elaborate container, was carried into the sanctum and the doors were closed behind them. The ritual would continue until 11 a.m., but we did not want to sit around for an hour and a half, so we admired the ritual and ceremony of it all and listened for a few minutes before heading to another part of the temple.
Have a look around. We are here at the one of the main sites we wanted to go to. We saw the beautiful ceremony this morning. It's really crowded here. It's beautiful, stunning, but it's very crowded.
Michael was excited to see a small kingfisher.
Magnificent.
Someone's in trouble. You know, Michael, it's really clever how they put the carpets here for you to walk on, because it's almost 100 degrees and these stones are so hot. Oh, ow. Oh, my feet. Oh, Michael. I had like involuntary noises.
It was horrible. I hated it. Not the heat so much, just the sounds you made.
Reeling from the
so far,
heat
can't you?
of our feet, we ascended up a treacherous path to the very top. And there's the lake we were earlier.
Beautiful views and a cash bar.
In the evening, we bought front row tickets for the daily cultural dancing show at the Kandy Lake Club. During the 1-hour show, we were treated to a troupe of elaborately costumed dancers performing 13 different traditional dances. The show began with an invocation to the gods, signifying that the dance and the skills which we were about to watch were to be given in offering. One of my favorite parts of the show was the devil dance. The dance represents a fight between a viper and a rooster and symbolizes the battle between good and evil. The dance is part of an ancient exorcism ritual and is traditionally performed by a shaman. At other times, we were treated to an amazing acrobatic display that felt more like we were at a circus, and one performer amazed the crowd by spinning a series of traditional Sri Lankan drums on his fingers and atop sticks. Near the end of the show, fire eaters demonstrated their skills by spinning and tossing burning torches. They touched the flames to their tongues and ran the burning torches along their arms. It is said that their faith protects them from injury. After the dancing performance, all of the spectators were led outside to where a pit of hot coals had been set up in the center of a stone amphitheater. From where we were sitting, we could feel the intense heat of the coals. The 2 fire eaters began to walk back and forth across the coals. At each end of the fire pit, they would reach their hands into a pot of fragrant sandalwood sawdust, toss it in the air and set it alight in an amazing display of flame. Our adventure in Sri Lanka continues as we make our way to meet up with our mother in Nuwara Eliya. In the next episode of these vlogs, we head up into the mountains, the central highlands of Sri Lanka, tea country, where we are going to learn everything there is to know about Ceylon tea. And be sure to listen to all of our adventures on the upcoming Season 4 Adventure Special of the Attempt Adventure podcast.